Look at that, man. This building is so messed up it has a tree growing out of it. Or trees growing right out of the side of the building. Look at that. That is something you don't see every day. Wow. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about the 716 area code myself. You know, that's a pretty hairy ball sack right there, but what's going on at the top? That's pretty crazy. I don't know who the inspiration was for that artist, but that's pretty wild. Yeah, you see it right here, folks. The world sucks. Yeah, and your spelling sucks too. That's for sure. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Adam back at you for hashtag homeless. Soon to hopefully not be homeless, but it's hashtag homeless day 106. 106 up in this place to be. Place I don't. Well, I'm out of here soon. We'll figure it out. I think things are falling into place the way they were supposed to. I'm standing. I sat down at the only park bench that I could find to get away from all the noise and everything going on down at this park. And as soon as I sat down, it went from overcast to the sun beating down directly on me. And it was hot. It was way too hot to be sitting out in the open. You know, the temperature fluctuations here in Western New York are crazy. And that's always the case. That's what you get when you come to Western New York. So, I don't really have any notes or anything. I'm not even using the background video recording app because I got nothing written down to talk about today. I told you guys last weekend I need a haircut. I feel like I need it, and I said if I go another week without getting a haircut, I'm gonna go crazy, and here I am. There's like this period of time where this is the story of my life. The day I say, okay, I need to go get my haircut, and the day that I'm able to go get a haircut are two completely different things, and they're usually 1 or 2 weeks apart from each other. Every single day I woke up this week, I woke up thinking I want to go get my haircut, and every single day something came up to where I couldn't go get my haircut. Today being, I'm gonna try. We'll see what happens today. I'm trying to avoid having to walk all the way down to Supercuts and back, which is a 3-mile walk each way. But if it boils down to having to get it done on Sunday, if they're open Sunday, I don't even know if they're open on Sunday, but if it boils down to having to do it on Monday, when everything in Jamestown, everything is closed in town Sundays and Mondays. All the haircut places are closed on Monday. That's a Jamestown thing right there. You cannot get a haircut to save your life on Monday unless you go to Supercuts. So that's probably where I'm hoping I don't have to go. I hope I can go someplace closer to town and, you know, maybe get a good haircut before I get out of here. You know, but for now, it is what it is. And on a hot day, when the temperature ratchets up like this, that's the day where my hair is so thick. It's like a beaver. It's like a beaver fur. You know, I could go all winter and my head would still be 110 degrees if I can't shave this off. But anyhow, what else is going on? I got some good news on the project front. I'm going to be starting a project, a bona fide, job for a local business owner here in Jamestown. And there's other irons in the fire in respect to the Hard Rock brand design studio. That's going to start taking off pretty fast. And it's one of those things, it's that synchronicity that I talk about. As soon as I put it out in the universe that I think, okay, maybe I'm going to just start my own company and do design work for, local businesses and small to medium-sized companies and people who are bigger than the kind of business that wants to do a Squarespace kind of a thing or a GoDaddy site builder where you basically just build a basic website yourself and maintain it yourself. someone who's too busy for that and too big for that, but not some giant Fortune 500 company with, bureaucracy and all kinds of crazy nonsense to go through just to be able to bid on a project with. I'm not looking to compete against a 200-person ad agency for work, but I'm not competing against, Fiverr or these other platforms where people are, doing website builds for $50. So, I'm kind of definitely, I'm trying to establish relationships with people who want to have an ongoing assistance with marketing, not just build a website and say, here you go, have at it, good luck, and walk away, but a situation where we build something and then we nurture it and maintain it and update it and do little things from month to month to month to help your business grow. And so if that's what you're interested in, give me a call. You can reach out. I'll look more presentable when I get a shave and a haircut, but I'm talking about it here on the #homeless channel. The Texas thing, I've got too many things to do today to really worry about that or even do much with it. I've spent all morning with the social services nonsense, but that's out of the way for the day. That was crazy this morning. I got there bright and early so I could be the first in line, and I'm so glad I did, because that line, by the time they opened the doors at 9:30, the line was so ridiculously long that if I had showed up at 9:30, I would have been waiting until 10:30 to get in there. And it was bad. You wait in line in this cramped little crowded hallway, standing, and in order to be first in line, you got to be standing in the hallway, standing there waiting 10 minutes early. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but when I came out, the line was so long and it's hot. No AC, no air conditioning in this hallway. When I came out, the hallway smelled so bad when I came out of that room. I had to hold my breath until I got out of the hallway and through the door to the next room to get out of the building. It was bad. It was so bad. Put it this way, I would rather stick my nose in the open end of a hockey glove after Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs than stand in that hallway for 5 minutes. Oh, it was so bad. Never been that bad before. That was a whole different experience. That was a smell on a whole level I don't know if I've ever smelled anything like that before. I don't know, but let's see. I don't really have a lot to talk about today. I didn't take any notes. Yesterday was just off the rails, busy from beginning to end. I never went to the library. I had just one thing after the next. I found a space that I could sit and upload yesterday's video and do the whole daily video checklist. And as soon as I was done, packed everything up and left. And then even last night I had to, by the time I didn't do anything yesterday other than work related things and a lot more walking, I think it was 8 miles yesterday, 7 or 8 miles yesterday. So my weekly total on Strava is going to be pretty high for this week. These boots, the boots that everybody told me were a mistake, they're pretty good. They're pretty comfortable. My toes are getting beat up just from the amount of walking. My toes have really never had a chance to fully heal from some of the abuse that they've been going through. And so that's just something that's going to have to be dealt with when I get to Texas and have a little bit more in my storage. In the stuff that I have stored in Pittsburgh, I have all kinds of stuff to take care of my feet with. So it's all waiting for me to come and get it. So let's see here. Don't really have a lot to talk about. Like I said, Texas, Texas is a thing now. it's like, wow. Like, honestly, there's some frustrating things going on here in Jamestown, but at the same time, all I got to think to myself is, you're out of here, homie. You're out of here. Get out of here. There's a bunch of bees flying around, the usual. I don't really have a lot to, this is a week update, that's for sure. Because I have nothing to talk about today. I'm just trying to rack my brain. Synchronicity, I was able to make some things happen for some people, business-wise. Put two people in touch with each other that might turn into something good for them, for both of them. That was today. So yeah, these are all just signs from above that tell me that this is probably the direction I should push hard to go and just start working for myself, because I was sitting yesterday talking with the guy I'm going to start working for on a project, and it was just so much fun. I went on a tour of this really cool building that he's renovating right now, and got to see like everything that's in the works and what the plans are, and over the last few weeks I've just met some really cool people and had these sit-down conversations to talk about their businesses and get to know them, and also, in turn share the kinds of things I do, and show them examples of my work, talk about, and just try to give people information that even if we don't do a project together, they can walk away from the table knowing some things that they didn't know before, and with some suggestions and some information that everybody can walk away from the table with something, some either knowledge or information about whatever, or suggestions, or whatever the case may be. And that's always been fun. And it just reminded me of back in 2004 to 2009, I was running my own business, and this was the kind of stuff that I used to do every week, going to meet new prospects, new clients, new people. And it was just I enjoyed that so much, and I forgot how much fun that was to get to know all these people and get to know all these business owners and their stories and everything.
Oh, never mind, sorry. I thought you were videotaping us.
No.
I told you, what the fuck? I was like, what?
All right, you too. Fucking A, dude.
Sorry about that. It's not like I don't know what we were doing, but
Yeah, that's fine.
You were, but man, these dudes were fucking come up with their documentation shit, and they're trying to get us in on their homeless fucking documentary shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like you don't have permission to use any footage of me or anything like that. Right?
All right, man. All right. See you.
Most people down here nuts as fuck too.
Oh man, I cannot wait to get out of here, that's for sure. Part of the reason I had to come over here to shoot this video is because there were two homeless dudes having a fight on the other side of the bridge behind the camera here. And I don't even have a view of them from here, but they come over here and just start shit with me, thinking that I'm spying on them and trying to shoot a video of them from here. And I'm just here doing my own thing. So, I mean, this is what you put up with. You walk around with a video camera, you're gonna get into fights with people here in this town. If you walk around, you could hear, I don't know if you could hear the guy in the background, all these people walking around shooting their homeless documentaries and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what hey, if I wasn't in the situation that I'm in right now, I don't need any bullshit with probation and having the cops show up and all that kind of nonsense. I'm getting out of here. I don't need any kind of garbage like that on my last day in Jamestown. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out of here and just be done with this for a while. I still want to do, I've talked about in these videos about helping people, because I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would not be in as good of a position as I am right now if there weren't people offering help. I got a pretty nasty comment in a video either yesterday or the day before of somebody saying, now that you've basically leaned on the backs of others for a few months, have you learned anything? And then he commented like 2 or 3 more times, well, I guess I watched the rest of your video and it seems like you didn't learn anything, because I was bitching about the Democrats and all their nonsense. Like, I'm supposed to, in this viewer's mind, I'm supposed to love the Democrats now because people, not politicians haven't done a fucking thing for me, but people have helped me since I got here and ended up homeless. And if anything, you can say, yeah, I've got some social services money coming in. And yeah, okay, it comes from the Democrats because the Republicans will shut that down if they get in charge. We know that. But like, I'm supposed to like politicians now because I got help from people. I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in right now if it weren't for these dirtbag politicians. So no, I'm not gonna go out and vote for the Democrats. So I'm not even voting, and I've been saying that all along. I'm pretty sure here in New York State I could vote in November if I wanted to. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm pretty sure in Pennsylvania, if I was living there, that even though I'm on probation, I would be able to vote. But in Texas, that's a no-go. No-go. Texas, don't play. Texas, Texas. Everybody knows about Texas, So, no, there's no voting in Texas for me when I go down there, even if I want to. But I could honestly care less right now. I don't see the answers to our problems by picking between 2 idiots. So, do I like Trump better than the other one? Whichever one it's going to be. And I'm still not 100% sure it's going to be her by the time November gets here. Yeah, I do. But the only time in my life I have ever supported a politician, worn a shirt with a politician's name on it, put a sign in my yard with a politician's name on it, the one and only time I have ever done that in my entire life was Ron Paul. When Ron Paul ran for president in 2004 and 2008. I even helped with the local people that were helping out with his campaign and did things, and went to sign making parties and all kinds of cool stuff there, and went to the rallies and did things. I got involved a little bit and had the shirts, and I wore the shirts all over town, and I had the signs in my yard and all that stuff, and that's it. I do think it's kind of ironic that I'm moving to Houston. I never predicted in a million years that I'd be living in Texas, in Houston. And I've been looking around town, just online to see what, rental properties are going for. And there's some affordable places near the beach in Galveston. And I'm like, if you're going to do this, you may as well go all in, right? If you're going to get a 1-bedroom apartment in the middle of town or north of town, and it's the same price as a studio or a 1-bedroom apartment a block away from the beach, that's kind of a no-brainer right there. The only time I'm ever going to have an issue is when the hurricanes come to town. So, and that, that could be a problem. But, it doesn't matter where you live. There's, if I stay in Jamestown, I could be buried in 20 feet of snow. So, it is what it is. Everywhere you go, there's something different to deal with. And so yeah, but I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to get out of this place and do something else. Decisions have to be made, and I'm not going to rock the boat. Everything's approved. Everything is in place. Everything is done except for me figuring out transportation. and how to get some of the stuff that's stored waiting for me to be picked up. How do I get some of that stuff to come with me? The original plan was to store it in Pittsburgh and then bring it back to Jamestown when I found a place to live. And then the next plan after that was to move to Pittsburgh and have all my stuff there waiting for me. But now I'm moving, I think it's 2,000 miles or close to it. So that's a different animal, moving stuff that far of a distance, and it's not worth the price to get a box truck and spend $1,500 to rent a box truck plus gas on a box truck to drive that far. The stuff I'd be transporting is not even worth that much. But a minivan, if it's going to cost a certain amount of money to rent a car versus a minivan, but the minivan will allow me to bring my desk. I've got 2 desks that are small, they're compact, they'll fit in the back of a minivan with plenty of room to spare. And my camera equipment, my computer equipment, scanner, a printer, some other things. Basically all the things that I would need to set up a decent workspace when I arrive. Clothing, things like that. Just things things that wouldn't be... I can fill this minivan up, and I'm going to have to leave some things behind. Maybe, just give it to my son or whatever. But if my daughter wants some of it or whatever. But if I'm moving that far away, I'm not going to be able to take all of it. But we'll figure it out. I'm not even worried about it. Let's see. What else? I was talking about before the homeless people came and started their shit. I was talking about... what were we talking about? Businesses and business owners, and getting to meet people and interesting people and getting to know people and just getting, learning about people's businesses, hearing their stories, their, a lot. How many people have I met in my life, because of all the work that I've done, who started from nothing and became really successful, and, being able to hear those kinds of stories, it just helps me realize that, I can come back from this and build something better than I had before. And I am doing it. If this business takes off, I'll have 5 income streams or something like that. I wanted to have 5 or 6 income streams. I'm already just about there. They're not generating tons of income, but they're, a trickle can turn into a flood at any moment. I did get the mail from Google. I should be fully and 100% approved now to receive YouTube payments. The thing that Google said was going to take 3 to 4 weeks to show up in the mail showed up yesterday. And I was able to log into my AdSense account and update it. So now my address is bona fide, verified, and that happened maybe a week before I'm going to change it again. But it happened before the end of August, which is perfect because I'll be able to get July and August's YouTube revenue paid out sometime in the month of September. And unless I get another email from them saying they need DNA swabs and blood samples and, an iris scan and a fingerprint and, 6 more forms of ID and, whatever else they want to find or ask for. But according to everything I'm aware of, I've jumped through all the hoops and everything has been verified. And so that was a bit of a pain. But I thought it was kind of ironic that it was something that happened yesterday along with all this other good news. So this whole week has been nothing but good news and things falling into place. And I give the credit to God. I mean, honestly, I give the credit to God because the way things have happened. I had that very synchronous day 2 weeks ago tomorrow where I was sitting at Tim Hortons and I'm like, what is this all about? And I told you guys about it. It's the first episode of the Synchronicity series that I'm working on. And it just, ever since that day, every single day since has been full of crazy coincidences and synchronicity, and just everything's been off the charts lately the last 2 weeks. And all of this stuff just started falling into place like I knew it eventually would. I was hoping that it eventually would. Anytime I have a problem with faith, it's not a problem with whether God can do it. It's like God can do whatever he wants. He's God. But my faith always falls into, will he do it? Will he fix this? And just the events of the last 2 weeks and the way things have been shaken out, and just one problem after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next being solved without me really even doing anything. And just that's how it works. So we're at like 25 minutes here. I'm just gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna see if I can get a haircut today before I even upload this video. I'm there. I need to get this done, go to the library, see what else I can get done, and I've got some goals to try and reach by the end of the day. I've got some things I want to do tomorrow, got some church and some things I want to do on Sunday. So I'm gonna let you all go. I hope whatever you get into today, I hope it all works out for you, and we'll talk tomorrow. I'm not even doing the plugs. I don't even care about the plugs today. They'll be in the description below if you're on YouTube or Rumble. That's it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.